Ah man, just chilling. Yeah. I just came back from the BKFC in Tampa a few weeks back, December 9th, right? And cornered uh Black Rhino. I think that
Yeah,
was like the
yeah,
third fight of the night. It was a
yeah. I've
banger.
seen it.
Yeah, that was a banger. And now I'm just getting myself ready for my training camp. I leave off to Tampa, back to Tampa in January 17th, and I'll be down there for a few months.
So, have you got any fights in the pipeline then? Is anything coming up?
I'm just talks right now. Right now, it's just hearsay. Yeah, I mean, but once things are up and going, I'll let everyone know for sure. I'm staying in everyone's ear. I'm super ready to
Yeah.
go whenever they need me.
Are you
Uh,
going to be fighting at 185?
yeah, I'm staying. I like to stay at 85 just because it's an easier cut for me. I'm not a really big guy. Like I just got done weighing myself at the doctor's office. I'm about 201. Like 201
Yeah,
pounds. And I know like people cut to 85 from like 230. Like something stupid. Okay, being sarcastic, but like from like 215. Man, and
yeah,
I'm like, fuck that. Well, because I know like I have the body type of like in person. You have to see me in person. I think I have a body type of a 70 pounder, but I just don't. I don't want to do it. I'm very muscular, so
yeah,
the weight cut all like going down to the 70s will suck. But I mean, like I don't. But let me just make that clear. I am not against going down to 75 if it's needed. Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah,
because I want to fight, but like I just like I'll fight. I was like, I like to fight, and like make it reasonable if you need me to fight at 75. But 85 is just so easy. It's 10 pounds. I mean, like when I'm ready to start cutting. What I mean, or like when I start like cutting off the McDonald's and just the walking
yeah,
around food. I started walking around like 91, 95. So it turns down to about 9 to 7 pounds, and I like
yeah.
that.
So you make it quite easy then, yeah,
Yeah, 85 is easy. And I think it looks nice. I mean, like, for like the spectacle reasonings,
yeah,
I think it looks nice. I think I look nice at 85. I don't feel like I'm too small. I don't feel like I'm too big at 85. So I'm like, fuck it.
yeah. Is there anybody in the division who you've got your eyes on? Anybody who you'd want to fight with?
I mean, like, I was looking at, I mean, I'm interested in like a Josh Dyer. He fought
Yeah,
Lorenzo Hunt.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I really like that matchup. Uh, you know, and these aren't call outs. Let me just say, I mean, I'm not that
yeah.
dude, but I mean, like, let me make this clear. These are not call outs. These are just like, hey, but if you're
Everybody
down to
has the
fight, let's
matchup
fight.
so going in the head. Who
Everyone
can
goes
fight
macho
them?
man. Everyone goes macho man, like, fuck this dude. And it's like, why? And it's just like, I don't know. But no, Josh Dyer just looks like like, I like his style. He's a forward motion guy. I mean,
Yeah,
he's really strong. So and like he's very, I mean, it's like I think it's because he's got a wrestling background, so he comes
yeah,
forward. So I love that shit. So I'm like, all right, Mr. Dyer. Um, I really like a Boswick. I mean, I really like to try to take on a Boswick. That's a UK guy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Jake.
Jake Boswick. I
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Boswick. I mean, but I think he fights at 75. Um, but like like if they off, I mean, like if they offer me Jake Boswick, that'd be cool. I
yeah.
mean, but
That'd be good for you, pal.
and then like I mean, like the 85 division is so up and down. There's like I think someone mentioned Ryan Jones to me one time, and I'm like, I thought he fought at 75, but I mean, like Ryan Jones, he seems like he's a good upcomer. There's uh let's see, there's Robert Sweeney. He looks like a good up and comer. I mean, like not up and comer, they're ranked. I mean, I believe they're ranked, but this year was
People
just
can
my
just jump
year to
up and
try to
down
get.
weights these days, though, can't
That's what I'm saying. Like everyone's going up and down weights a lot. What I mean?
they?
Like like look at Lorenzo Hunt. Like he's a 205er,
Yeah,
and then I think he's got the 85-pound belt. So I think he's going to be fine. I think he's part of the the marbles, bag of marbles
yeah,
now. And I train with him, and I'm close. And he's not my closest friend, but I'm friends with him now and everything. He's a really cool dude. But I mean, I hate to be that I would take all long comers, but those two, like the Boswick and the Dyer, are the two ones, or the two fighters I'm looking forward to if they throw me a name. This year
Yeah,
was just mainly about getting in
yeah,
BKFC.
it's getting your
I
foot.
did yeah, I did tryouts. I mean, at a year ago in February, and this year was that last year was just 100%. How I'm gonna get in,
Yeah,
and I had that knockout in July,
yeah,
which
great.
was really good pop out, really good grit, and I was first time touching bare knuckle, and I got my taste, and then I co-main evented in Wichita, Kansas against Isaac Doolittle, and we just had that one. We had a matchup where it was style versus style,
Yeah, it's
and
went to the end.
I was long, and he was short, you
Yeah,
know, and I mean it still turned out to be a good fight, but it was just like it was just styles versus styles type deal, and I mean like I said, still I enjoyed it. It was a banger for me, and so this year was more about me trying just getting in. Now since I'm in going into 2022, I'm pushing for rank now, and trying to develop respect with the BKFC fans and the organization.
yeah. Well, the fights that you have been in BKFC, they've both been like entertaining, been great fights. Do you know what I mean? Really enjoyed
Yes,
watching them, so I can't wait to see you in 2022.
thank you so much.
Another question I was going to say to you as well. I know that you met Mark Goodbeer and he got you into the bare knuckle. Is that correct?
But Mark Godbeard, I love that dude. The story of Mark Godbeard was I was like I went to Thailand to train
Yeah, yeah,
at Phuket Top Team, and Mark Godbeard trains at Phuket Top Team, and like we're in Thailand, so small guys live there, and I was probably like one of the bigger guys, and Mark needed some big guys to train with, so me and Mark started training with each other, and found out that I mean I know about Mark Gerber. He was in fucking UFC, what I mean,
yeah,
just he's a UFC vet, and he's a very cool and laid back dude, and like we'll. It's funny how fighters compare their sanity. Yeah, because like we go in the cage and we beat each other's asses, so we'll just be sitting there just comparing each other's insanity. But yeah, I met Mark Garbett there, and I was one of his sparring partners and training partners for his fight in Valor.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
really good dude.
Yeah, yeah, sweet. I seen it on one of the other podcasts that you've done that you'd met him out there. Because I wondered how you. What I like to know is how fighters actually get into the bare knuckle. Do you know what I mean? Like what makes them decide to go to it, and because it's a big changeover in it with cuts and damage and everything.
Well, what got me in the bare knuckle was just the fact that we're getting hit with COVID. You know,
Yeah,
so so like literally everything shut. I was in Michigan, and Michigan was strict, so we shut down. And I was like bored. I was like, I need a fight. And I seen that BKFC was still doing tryouts in the South and the West, and I mean, like, with me, I'm not trying to be that dude, but I just like to fight,
yeah,
I really enjoyed it, and it was just so happened that I trained with Mark Garbage for his bare knuckle fight, and I asked him questions and stuff like that. And he was just humble about it. He was just like, "Hey, man, just find management." You know what I mean? Like, because we're all trying to find grind in the game. So, but we were training together, and we worked on our boxing, and um, I felt like I kept up with Mark really well. You know what I mean? For where I felt like I was at that time,
yeah,
and so I mean that was I probably want to say that Mark Garbett was the final push for me to be like, all right, I think I'm going to try out bare knuckle now. Yeah, I mean because I think this is going to be the next big thing. He turns around and wins the fucking belt, which was awesome. And and we kept in touch since then. And I was like, all right, well, after training with him, like, hey man, he's wearing belts. The bare knuckle thing doesn't seem to. I mean, it seemed dangerous before. Yeah, I mean, just
yeah,
the sound and stuff like that. But after I got in and got my taste, I was like, all right, it's just cuts. So let's do it. But yeah, I give Mark most of the credit because he was the first experienced bare knuckle fighter that I ever met. So and it's
Yes.
pretty cool that he was a former UFC vet on top of that. But
Yes.
you know what I mean. But it was cool that would be my first taste of it was meeting him.
Did you have you had any like experience in like bare knuckle before, like with street fights and that? Because I was talking to Caleb Harris the other night, and he said that he'd never ever had a street fight or anything. Like he'd never had a bare knuckle fighter out.
I was I was not a bare knuckle guy. Like like that wasn't. I mean, I was a bouncer
Yeah.
for a few years, but those were tackle fights. You know what I mean? Like
Drunk
tackle.
people
You
and
know
that.
what I mean? Well, like when you're out in the street, you don't want to. I mean, like it's funny. You don't want to kill anybody. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So like you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when you're a bouncer, and you've done MMA, you go with safe aggression, and that's
Yeah.
wrestling. You know what I mean? So and I mean, of course, you can still kill someone with a put them to sleep with a chokehold or anything like that. But you're just trying to de-escalate the situation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so you're just trying to put them down. You go to wrestling. Fighting wise though, like I really didn't get into any scuffles. Be honest. Yeah, I mean, like maybe some playground shit when we
Yeah.
were younger. Yeah, I mean, like I remember like fighting in the park when we were,
Yeah.
starting puberty. You know what I mean? But like after, hey, I'll punch you in the fucking face. You know what I mean? And we used to do that shit. And I mean, I think in high school, this is funny. I think if anyone from high school ever sees this, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's mentioning this. I remember we did have like this underground fight club thing that we started in Georgia, and
Right.
oh yeah, like I'm talking about like, and I mean we might only did about 4 fights, yeah, I mean or something like that, adolescents, right? And we used to meet up in the back of this furniture store, and yeah, we used to fight, you know what I mean? Like we used to, we'll put on some fights and and fight behind this furniture store. And now, like when I see those guys from, like 10, this is probably like 15 years now. I'm
Yeah.
the guy who took it to the next level. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh
Went
wow,
all the way.
yeah, went from like behind the furniture store to like, fucking Tampa, Florida. And they just die laughing, like, oh God, you're like, like you took it to the next level. You know what I mean? But I guess those are the things that I got into when I was younger, but nothing too wild. Yeah, I mean, like there's not like a year or like a life of like I was just fighting people, but I had like the crazy adolescence, fight club thing,
Yeah.
and then
So did you get a big shock through taking a couple of blows through the bare knuckle, or was it everything what you expected it to be? Like, was it a massive difference to taking blows with MMA gloves on?
I'm not gonna lie, not really. It's just cuts. I mean that's been like I should put it on a shirt. It's just cuts.
I suppose the adrenaline takes a lot of it away as well, innit?
Yeah, well, like so I have pro MMA experience, and I've got a lot of fight experience. So like the anxiety before the fight, it's all normal. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like, that's all the same. And then when I first got in there, it was just I was really worried about how it felt. Yeah, I mean like what am I going to what is a bare knuckle going to feel like? You know, and I was really, you're worried about it being like, is it going to feel like a brick? It's going to feel like a this. It's going to feel like a that. But I'm not going to lie. There's not. I mean, it's more intense because you get cut right
Yeah.
away. You know what I mean? Like
Even though it's bare knuckle as well, which will play a big because
right,
you know that you're getting it with bare knuckles.
right. So you're getting cut, but then after that though, I mean, like it's like after the first, you know, 10 seconds. I mean, it feels like 2 hours, but the first 10 seconds of the fight and you get a hit with a few blows, it's just all right, it's just cuts. Now I gotta dodge these bitches. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's how the fight goes. I mean, that's it's super fun. I call it fun. It's like I said, it's way more intense because one of those punches, I mean, like you start blacking. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like, like it, you see why like fights either go 5 rounds or go 10 or 5 seconds,
yeah,
because one of those punches really, I mean, like you get hit with anything, you're fucked. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, but like if you just kind of like after my first 2 fights and just expecting the unexpected, I just, I mean, I think it keeps me alive in there for sure when I get hit with those things.
yeah, 100%. And I showed you a video of two lads from over my ends, taking
Yeah, that shit
Danny
was
Christie.
brutal.
What did you think about that fight?
This shit was brutal, bro. Oh my god! And they were like, I'm. Do you know what it reminded me of? It's like it reminded me of when me and a teammate, we we're practicing with each other, and we decided like like we're fighting bare knuckle, so we sparred with bare knuckles first. Yeah, I mean, but like that was, I mean, they were going, these guys were fucking going, and like holy shit, like the bigger guy really utilizing his forward motion, not trying to stay behind that guy's punches. The other shorter guy, really playing light on his feet, playing with really technical boxing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, but like when you got a bigger guy try to bro forward on you, yeah, I mean, like that shit was brutal. So that was a personal situation that we were
yeah.
watching.
The bigger guy had, I believe, 5 stone on him as well.
Wow. Okay.
Mental, mate. Crazy. But I suppose it's a lot better, mate, than in the streets or guns and knives. Just settle it like men, shake hands and get on with it, innit?
That's the reason why I really respect the UK guys, man, because because I've been to the UK and I got friends over there, and you guys, I mean, like we're like in America right now, we're really been quick to grab the guns, but and over in the UK, they're like, no, fuck, let's fight like fucking men. And you guys are really, I mean, like, real, just honestly, it's just like, hey, all right, sorry, you want to piss me off? Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of go at it. So, I like to respect, like, fucking 100% respect. But yeah, like, I mean, like, the funny part was, like, it didn't look like anything off Jerry Springer. It looked like they looked like pretty athletic guys really going at it. I mean,
They're
do
both
those guys
fighting.
practice any fighting? Do they
Yeah.
practice any fighting?
Well, the
Okay.
larger guy is a bare knuckle fighter. He, owned like a title called the Governor title over in the UK, and
Okay.
the smaller lad has been like a boxer, like through
Yeah,
growth. Do you know what I mean? He's a very good
I can
boxer.
totally
So
tell.
they're both
Yeah, I was
fighting.
like, I'm literally watching this. I was like, this is a personal issue, and then like, yeah, but I said, but these motherfuckers know what they're doing. You know what I mean? So no, they like, no, dude, that was a great fight, man. I hope, but you told me they're back to beefing again, right?
Yeah, they were meant to be fighting in like March, I think it was, but a lot of shit's been going on, so I don't really know what's going on, to be honest with you. People being arrested and things like that, so
Right,
I don't really know what's going on, to be honest.
right.
Did you say you've been to the UK there as well?
Yeah, I was in Bournemouth. You guys make fun of
Oh,
me because
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Yeah, I get made fun of because I have the American. I say Bournemouth. And, it's Bournemouth. But yeah, it's
Proper
that
said it's
Bournemouth.
so English.
It's the it's that Bournemouth. Yeah, I mean it's but no, it's Bournemouth, yeah. And I'm like, like Bournemouth. But no, I was but no, my buddy Harlem came to the States. Really good jujitsu guy. He really did a lot of practice. He did practice a lot of MMA here, and I met him in Chicago. And I did, I went and visited him, and we did some training together, and at the Muay Thai works at his father's gym. And yeah, man, like I said, I respect the UK culture and the guys over there. You guys are really embracing the MMA, mixed martial arts, unarmed combat life, and yeah, you guys are some tough son of a bitches. I love it.
Yeah, we've got another guy coming to the BKFC as well, Connor Tierney. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've seen him.
yeah,
He's going to
yeah. They
be
signed him. Yeah,
really good,
yeah, they
mate.
signed him.
Really
Yeah,
excited, mate, when he comes.
and then like we Tyler Goodjohn now. I think Tyler Goodjohn did some fights. Is he from over on your side or is
Yeah,
he
he's
from
from over
Australia?
Owens, but I think he's had a fallout with David Feldman, hasn't he?
Well, hey, good news is I think it might be resolved. He was just at the Tampa show, and
Yeah,
and like I said, I think he might have. I think there might be something in line for him to come back. I think they might have. I think the beef is. I think they're trying to square off the beef right now. Yeah, I mean, whatever the
He was on
situation
that
is, it's none of my
BKFC
business.
podcast the other day, and he said the only way he'd return is if he was fighting David Feldman.
Yeah, exactly. But like he was at the show. He was at the show after that, and
Oh, was that?
yeah, like the okay, so yeah, because I watched that show. Yeah, I mean they had
Yeah,
Mike
that
Perry
was
on it.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I was at the December 9th show, and he was there. He was watching he was watching the fights and stuff like that. So I mean, like I said, never say never, man. I think
He's training with
personal
Louis
stuff.
Palomino, isn't he?
Yeah, he's playing with Palomino now and stuff like that. And I say never. I mean, even if it's not with BKFC, there's BYB. You know what I mean? Like the bare knuckle stuff's starting to get big here. So, but I believe we'll see him back soon. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a very entertaining fighter too. So I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't. You know, what I mean,
Yeah, it'd be
I
good to
wouldn't.
see him back. Like it would. It would
Yeah,
be good to see him
it'd be
back.
nice to see him back in there too. So
I think the
like I
bare
said,
knuckles going to get bigger, like, because MMA when that first come out, everyone was like, "Oh, it's a bit rough," and like it was frowned upon on it. But now seeing how big it is, I think the same's going to happen with bare knuckle.
I think I think the same thing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just happy to be part of it now. And I tell you this right now, like I think it's the next big thing. Yeah, I mean, I think it can be bigger. Uh, like UFC started with no gloves at one time,
Yeah.
and but I mean UFC's at their I mean UFC's at that point. I mean they're past that point, whatever point where if we're comparing apples to oranges, but BKFC is the next big thing, man. People love our fights, and I think if we just keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, and which is entertaining the people inside the ring. I mean that's the pressure I'm trying to stay on. I
Yeah,
mean, because we're in that life. We're in that social media life, so everyone just wants more. I'm just trying to keep the pressure on my performance in the ring and make sure that every time I get in there, my fights are phenomenal. I mean? So,
yeah.
like that's just my goal. Especially that's one of my goals for next year is just to keep the fights phenomenal. Keep and don't hold back on having a good show. I mean? Like the win's always great. I mean? But putting on a good show, that's what fulfills my legacy is having good shows. So I
Yeah,
mean, like I want to be ranked, I want to get the belts, and I, I mean, and I want, and I, I mean, I want to be a top name in BKFC. I believe that I'm going to get all that by keeping my performance in the ring exactly how I've been having it from the
yeah,
pace I had from last year. So
100%,
yeah,
mate.
yes,
Um,
sir.
lastly, is there anything that you'd like to share with the followers? I'm going to put all your social media and everything in the description.
Oh, sweet. I want to give a shout out to my company over behind me. Let's see if I get it. There's Smith Brothers over there. Smith Brothers Combat Sports. That's where I'm going to be settling my training camp for next month for the next 2 months to get myself prepared. I love Kevin Smith. That's also my manager. Smith Brothers Combat Management. There's the Multiverse FC. That's my brand. That's where that's my brand for personal training. I want to shout out to Bad News Racing and Mechanicing, one of my sponsors, and Muay Thai Fighting Spirit, uh, Jim for helping me out with also a couple sponsor, help me with some sponsor money and getting some stuff popping for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, sweet brother. I can't wait to see you in 2022, and I wish you the best of luck, mate. We'll definitely have to catch up again.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Thank you, Fuse, and thank you for having me, man. It was an honor, brother.
Spot on, bro. Have a good evening, my mate.
You too, brother.
See you later, brother.